the greatest generation fighting in World War II for us, and it's always the people that help other people that talk like that. They're like, I don't want any praise, I don't want any thanks.
And we're proud of you too. It's
Absolutely.
Great, great work. You heard the thunder and lightning just shaking the whole building about an hour ago.
Right, yeah.
It's moving out in the Gulf, but it's a pattern that we've seen for the last 2 or 3 days, and we can see that pattern on our view from the time lapse, looking from the Van Wezel Performing Arts Center. That's the Van Wezel cam. Partly cloudy skies. There's one shower about 4 or 5 o'clock, and then we've had some more clouds. And look what happens right at sunset. Got some notes from viewers. Look how red the sky got right about 8:30 after the sun set down, and then it kind of cleared out a little bit and didn't look quite as red after the sun went down. Currently at the airport, it is 80 degrees. Shower in the area, according to the weather observation there. 75. The dew point is back up, getting a little humid. It was down to 65 degrees during the early show. And this is the pattern we've got. We've got this strong easterly flow coming across the state, blossoming into afternoon thunder showers. The latest development, you see all this explosive development once you get out in the Gulf? What's happening, the Gulf water temperature is about 90, so after being robbed of moisture coming across the state, these storms are getting out over the Gulf and just blossoming with a lot of lightning and thunder. But we're also getting a few drops of rain and claps of thunder around our area. But this last one is going off of Siesta Key, southern Endolito, out into the Gulf, and I think that will be it for us. You can see upstream it's beginning to dry out, but this is a pattern that'll fire up again tomorrow. And it's all being caused by that Bermuda high having drifted so far northward in the Atlantic that the winds are now directly east to west across the state. It's also allowed the Atlantic coast to dry out after a very wet period, and a stormy period too for some folks. Highs this afternoon, 84 at New York City, 90 at Toronto, 96 at Chicago, 90 at Salt Lake City, 112 this afternoon in Phoenix. Death Valley topped off at 119 for the nation's hottest. Remains quiet in the Atlantic for the most part. These easterly waves are African easterly waves moving out there, but nothing becomes of them. It's not likely to become anything over the next several weeks. We are keeping an eye on the Caribbean, Gulf of Mexico, and Western Atlantic. Right now, it all remains calm, but we do have a Category 4 hurricane in the Pacific. This is Hurricane Nestor. It'll come up in a second. I've only been looking at it for a couple of days, but you can see there we go, Hector, thank you very much. It has maximum sustained winds of 130 miles per hour. Now earlier I thought it might clip the southern part of Hawaii, but the latest forecast from the National Hurricane Center shows that it's going to be weakening a little bit and pass well to the south of the Big Island, where that volcano is still, Kilauea is still spewing out lava on the south side. So it's going to be a mixed bag for them, maybe some rain on the south shore of Hawaii. But for us, this pattern that we are in with that strong flow from the Atlantic continues. Tomorrow afternoon, Sunday, we'll have those showers up and down the Gulf Coast again, and then they die down as the heat of the day goes down. And then again, fires up again on Monday afternoon. We have that same pattern until tomorrow evening it slowly dies down. If you get out to the water tomorrow, get out in the open Gulf. It's great. Cool off out there with easterly winds in the morning, northerly in the afternoon, seas 2 feet. Bay and inland waters a light chop, and 90 degrees will be the beach temperature, water temperature 91. Here's your forecast for the next 7 days. It shows you we have 30% chance of showers and thunder showers right on through Tuesday. It goes up to about 40% on Wednesday and Thursday. Next weekend may have a better chance of rain. But the strong easterly flow we've got bringing this regular pattern of late afternoon and evening showers is locked in at least for the next 3 or 4 days. And that's your weather.